Hello friends, myself Vidyulata Patil from Sweris College of Engineering, Pandharpur. In today's video, let us discuss about advanced encryption standard. In the earlier video, we discussed about DES algorithm, and in that we found that DES algorithm have theoretical attack that can break it. Also, it have demonstrated exhaustive key search attacks. That means DES algorithm is vulnerable to brute force attack, and that is why a clear replacement for DES was needed. Another option was to use triple DES, but though there is no any known attack on triple DES, it is very slow with small block size, and that is why US NIST issued call for ciphers in 1997. 15 candidates were selected in June 98. Out of that, 5 were shortlisted in August 99, and Regenden was selected as the AES in October 2000. This was issued as FIPS PUB 197 standard in November 2001. So here are the requirements for AES designing which are listed by NIST. So as AES, it is a private key symmetric block cipher. It has 128-bit data, that means as compared to DES algorithm where the input data is of 64-bit, here in an AES algorithm it is 128-bit. Also, it has 3 key options: 128-bit or 192-bit or 256-bit keys. It is stronger and faster than triple DES. It also provides full specification and design details, and also it is implemented both in C as well as Java. NIST have released all submission and unclassified analysis of AES algorithm. Now let us discuss about AES evaluation criteria. In fact, 2 sets of criteria were evolved by NIST. When NIST issued its original request for candidate algorithm nominations in 1997, the request stated that candidate algorithm would be compared based on the factors like security, which is nothing but the effort for practical cryptanalysis, and cost, which is in terms of computational efficiency, and algorithm and implementation characteristics. The final criteria evolved during the evaluation process and were used to select Regenden from that shortlist, and this has the categories like general security, then ease of software and hardware implementation, implementation attacks, and flexibility in terms of encryption as well as decryption, keying, and other factors. The Regenden proposal for AES defined a cipher in which the block length and the key length can be independently specified to be 128, 192 or 256 bits. The AES specification uses the same 3 key size alternatives but limits the block length to 128 bit. Regenden is an academic submission based on the earlier square cipher that built academics Dr. John Damon and Dr. Vincent Ridgman. It is an iterative cipher which operates on entire data block in every round rather than Fiestel, which operates on halves at a time, and was designed to have characteristics of resistance against all known attacks, speed and code compactness on a wide range of platforms, and design simplicity. So this figure shows the complete AES encryption process. Depending on the key length, number of rounds in AES encryption process varies. So that means if key length is 128 bit or the 16 bytes, then number of rounds are 10. If key length is 192 bit, then number of rounds are 12. And if key length is 32 byte or 256 bits, then number of rounds are 14. Key is also expanded depending on the number of rounds, and then in each round there are certain transformations that are done on the input state array. So if we have n number of rounds in the encryption process, then n minus 1 number of rounds will have 4 transformations and round n will have 3 transformations. After that, whatever is the output final state in the array, that is copied in the output. Now let us see actual AES structure. So the input to the AES encryption and decryption algorithm is a single 128-bit block as depicted in FIPS PUB 197 as a square matrix of bytes. This block is copied into the state array, which is modified at each stage of encryption or decryption. After the final stage, the state is copied to an output. The key is expanded into 44, 52 or 60 lots of 32-bit words with 4 used in each round. Note that the ordering of bytes within the matrix is by column. So, for example, the first 4 bytes of a 128-bit plain text input to the encryption cipher occupy the first column of the matrix. The second 4 bytes occupy the second column, and so on. Similarly, first 4 bytes of the expanded key, which form a word, occupy the first column of the W matrix. The data computation then exists of an add round key step, and then n-1 number of rounds they perform 4 steps. The 4 steps which are present, or the 4 transformations which are present in AES algorithm, that are byte substitution, where 1 S box is used on every byte, then shift rows, where permutation bytes between groups or columns, then mixed columns, where substitution using matrix multiply of groups, and add round key, where XOR state with key material is present. In the final round, that means 10th, 12th and 14th round, depending on the key size, that means the final round where the nth round of the AES algorithm, only 3 transformations or 3 stages are present. So they are byte substitution, then mix rows and add round, shift rows and add round key. These are present in the final round. So this can be viewed as alternating XOR key and scrambled data bytes operation. All of the steps are easily reversed and can be efficiently implemented using XORs and table lookups. So this figure shows the structure of AES in more details. The cipher consists of n rounds, where the number of rounds depend on the key length. 10 rounds for 128-bit key, that is a 16 byte, 12 rounds for 192-bit, that is 24 byte, and 14 rounds for 256-bit or the 32 byte key. The first n- round consists of 4 distinct transformations functions, that is a substitution bytes, then shift rows, mixed columns and add round key, which are described afterwards in detail. The final round contains only 3 transformations, and there is a initial single transformation, that is add round key before the first round, which can be considered as a round 0. Each transformation takes one or more 4x4 matrices as input and produces a 4x4 matrix as output. So here in this figure it shows that the output of each round is a 4x4 matrix, with the output of the final round being the cipher text. Also, the key expansion function generates n+1 round keys, each of which is a distinct 4x4 matrix. Each round key serves as one of the inputs to the add round key transformation in each round. Now, let us have a discussion of each of the 4 transformations that are used in AES. For each stage, we mention the forward, that is the encryption algorithm, and the inverse, that is a decryption algorithm, and the rationale for the design of that stage. So, the substitute byte stage that uses an S box to perform a byte to byte substitution of the block. there is a single 8-bit wide S box used on every byte. This S box is permutation of all 256 8-bit values constructed using a transformation which treats the values as polynomials in Galios field 2^8. However, it is fixed, so really only need to know the table when implementing. Decryption requires the inverse of the table. So, the table was designed to be resistant to known cryptanalytic attacks. Specifically, the Regendel developers sought a design that has a low correlation between input bits and output bits, with the property that the output cannot be described as a simple mathematical function of the input, with no fixed points and no opposite fixed points. So here this diagram shows the byte substitution operates on each byte of state independently, with the input byte used to index a row or column in the table to retrieve the substituted value. So each byte of state is replaced by byte indexed by row, which are the left 4 bits of the input state byte, and column that are the 4 right bits of the input state byte. So for example, if the byte is 95, then it will be replaced by byte in a row number 9 and column that is a 5. So depending on that, the values will be replaced. The next transformation stage, that is a shift rows. The shift row stage that provides a simple permutation of data, whereas the other step involves substitution. Further, since the state is treated as a block of columns, it is this step which provides for diffusion of values between columns. It performs a circular rotate on each row of 0, 1, 2 and 3 places for respective rows. That means first row is unchanged, second row does 1 byte circular shift to left, while third row it does 2 byte circular shift to left, and fourth row does 3 byte circular shift to left. When decrypting, it performs the circular shifts in the opposite direction for each row. This row shift moves an individual byte from one column to another, which is a linear distance of multiple of 4 bytes, and ensures that the 4 bytes of one column are spread out to 4 different columns. So this figure shows shift rows permutation, where in the first row there is no any shift, that means it is unchanged. The second row is left shifted by 1 byte. Third row is left shifted by 2 bytes, while third row is fourth row, that is left shifted by 3 byte circular shift. So here we can see example that in this first row that is unchanged, then there is a shift of 1 byte left in the second row. Here in the second row you can see 2 byte shift there, and in the final row there is a 3 byte shift of the input values. The next transformation stage, that is a forward mixed column transformation, which is called as a mixed columns, which operates on each column individually. Each byte of column is mapped into a new value that is function of all 4 bytes in that column. It is a substitution that makes use of arithmetic over GF, that is Galios field 2^8. Each byte of the column is mapped into a new value that is function of all 4 bytes in that column. It is designed as a matrix multiplication, where each byte is treated as a polynomial in GF 2^8. The inverse used for decryption, which involves a different set of constants. The constants used are based on a linear code with maximal distance between code words. This gives good mixing of the bytes within each column. Combined with the shift rows, step provides good avalanching, so that within a few rounds all output bits depend on all input bits. So here we can see that these are the constant while the state values that are shown, and after matrix multiplication we will get new state values. So this diagram shows the mixed column transformation. So here each element in the product matrix is the sum of products of one row and one column. So here this shows the example of mixed column. So now to calculate the value in the first column, the first element will be the, after calculation of the first column in the state value with the state matrix with the first row in the constant matrix. So it will be multiplication of 2 into 87 plus 3 into 6e plus 46 into 1 plus a6 into 1. So that will give us the result that is equal to 47. Now for the second element it will be 87 into 1 plus 2 into 6e plus 3 into 46 plus a6 multiplied by 1. So here it will be the multiplication of the first column in the state matrix with the second row in the constant matrix, and that is why we will get the result here, that is a 37. So similarly for the third element value in the first column, it will be the first column will be multiplied with the third row in the constant matrix, and then for the fourth row. So we will get this, all these values after calculating depending on the number of rows and columns. AES uses arithmetic in the finite field of Galois field 2 raised to 8 with the irreducible polynomial, that is mx is equal to x raised to 8 plus x raised to 4 plus x cubed plus x plus 1. AES operates on 8-bit bytes. Addition of the 2 bytes is defined as the bitwise XOR operation, while multiplication of 2 bytes is defined as the multiplication in the field of Galois field 2 raised to 8. In particular, multiplication of a value by x, that is by 2, that can be implemented as a 1-bit left shift followed by a conditional bitwise XOR with 1 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 0, and if the leftmost bit of the original value, that is prior to the shift, is 1. For example, if we want to multiply 2 with 87, then 87, which is nothing but 1 0 0 0 0 1 1 1. So it will be left shifted with 1 bit, and therefore the resultant will be 1 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 0, and then it will be XORed with 1 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, and then we will get the resultant, that is a 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 1. So in this way all calculations are performed. Thus in practice you implement mixed columns by expressing the transformation on each column as 4 equations to compute the new bytes for that column. This computation only involves shifts, XORs and conditional XORs for the modulo reduction. The decryption computation requires the use of the inverse of the matrix, which has larger coefficients and is thus potentially a little harder and slower to implement. The designers and the AES standard provide an alternate characterization of mixed columns which treats each column of state to be a 4-term polynomial with coefficients in Galois field 2 raised to 8. Each column is multiplied by a fixed polynomial AX given. Whilst this is useful for analysis of this stage, the matrix description is all that's required for implementation. The coefficients of the matrix are based on the linear code with maximal distance between code words which ensures a good mixing among the bytes of each column. The mixed column transformation combined with the shift row transformation ensures that after a few rounds, all output bits depend on all input bits. In addition, the choice of coefficient in mixed columns, which are all 0, 2 or 3, was influenced by implementation consideration. And the last transformation stage, that is a add round key. It is a simple bitwise XOR of the current block with a portion of the extended key. Note, this is the only step which makes use of the key and obscures the result. Hence, it must be used at start and end of each round, since otherwise could undo effect of other steps. But the other steps provide confusion or diffusion or non-linearity, that you can look at the cipher as a series of XOR with key, then scramble or permute block repeated. This is efficient and highly secure, it is believed. So this diagram shows the add round key stage, which like byte substitution operates on each byte of state independently. So now in this diagram we can view all the internal details of AES round, showing how each byte of the state is manipulated. So input data will be written in a state array. After that there will be substitute byte transformation stage, where each byte will be substituted with certain another byte. Then again it will be written in the state array, then which will be followed with the transformation of a shift rows. So each byte will get permuted here. Then there will be a mixed column stage, where the columns will be mixed and we will get certain permuted data. And after that there will be add round key, so where this state value, that is a byte, will get added with the key round. So that means there will be XORing of round key and the byte value. Now let us see how key is expanded in AES algorithm. The AES key expansion algorithm takes as input a 4-word, that is a 16-byte key, and produces a linear array of words, providing a 4-word round key for the initial add round key stage, and each of the 10, 12 or 14 rounds of the cipher. It involves copying the key into the first group of 4 words and then constructing subsequent groups of 4 based on the values of the previous and 4th backwards. The first word in each group of 4 gets special treatment with rotate plus S-box plus XOR constant on the previous word before XORing the one from 4th back. In the 256-bit key or 14 round version, there is also an extra step on the middle word. The text includes, it includes pseudocode that describes the key expansion. So here the first block of the AES key expansion is shown. It shows each group of 4 bytes in the key being assigned to the first 4 words, and then the calculation of the next 4 words based on the values of the previous words, which is repeated enough times to create all the necessary subkey information. The Regendale developers designed the expansion key algorithm to be resistant to known cryptanalytic attacks. It is designed to be simple to implement, but by using round constants, break symmetries, and make it much harder to deduce other key bits. If just some are known, but ones have as many consecutive bits as are in key, can then easily recreate the full expansion. So the design criteria used is listed as a knowing part of key insufficient to find many more. So it uses invertible transformation, fast on wide range of CPUs, then use round constants to break symmetry, also diffuse key bits into round keys, enough non-linearity to hinder analysis and simplicity of description. So this is the design criteria for key expansion. So now discuss about AES decryption. AES decryption cipher is not identical to encryption cipher, as steps done are in reverse in decryption process. Although the form of the key schedules for encryption and decryption that are same. So this has the disadvantage that two separate software or firmware modules are needed for applications that require both encryption and decryption. So there is, however, an equivalent version of the decryption algorithm that has the same structure as the encryption algorithm, with the same sequence of transformation as the encryption algorithm. To achieve this equivalence, a change in key schedule is needed. By constructing an equivalent inverse cipher with steps in same order as for encryption, we can derive a more efficient implementation, clearly swapping the byte substitutions and shift row has no effect since work just on bytes. Swapping the mixed columns and add round key steps require the inverse mixed columns steps be applied to the round keys first. This makes the decryption key schedule a little more complex with this construction, but allows the use of same hardware or software for the data encryption and decryption computation. So this diagram shows the AES and decryption process. The Regendel proposal provides some suggestion for efficient implementation on 8-bit processors, typical for current smart cards and on 32-bit processors, also typical for PCs. So AES can be implemented very efficiently on the 8-bit processor when add round key is bitwise XOR operation. Also, shift rows is a simple byte shifting operation. Sub-byte operates at the byte level and only requires a lookup of 256 bytes table S. And mixed columns can be implemented as byte XORs and table lookups with second 256 bytes table X2. AES can also be very efficiently implemented on a 32-bit processor by rewriting the stage transformation to use 4 table lookups and 4 XORs per column of state. These tables can be computed in advance using the formulae known in the text and need 4 KB to store. The developers of Regendel believe that this compact, efficient implementation was probably one of the most important factors in selection of Regendel for AES. So this is about the advanced encryption standard. Thank you for watching this video.